during that time I was out, my youngest son, the one that would never get in trouble for nobody, he was like a square. He ended up getting in trouble, and now he's doing life in prison. I got another son. He's doing time in the feds. He'll be getting out pretty soon. But my oldest son, after all he's been through like me, he said, I don't want to be like my dad. He's doing real good. He's got a job, going to church. I can't believe how it's working. But the thing out of everything that I really think about all the time is how God worked with me. How I put this, all the hurt I've been through, raised up boys' homes, how I said, black sheep of the family. You always wanted attention from my mom and dad. Couldn't never get it. I always wanted attention. I used to be the clown of everything. I just wanted some attention from somebody. But after I surrendered to God, you know what? I said, Lord, I need love. I need something. I can't handle this no more. I'm gonna go back to prison.
Did you go? I'm sorry. When you did 9 years, you were angry at God. Did you go back to church in there, or did you come out and go back to church?
When I came out, during the 9 years, it was hate. I came out, started doing my drugs, going back to the bar, partying, and I seen there was no future for me to that because I ended up going back in again because I had so much anger.
Wow.
So I said, you know what? I think the Lord is calling me. So I ended up going back to church, and I started that. And then, in fact, to top it off, I ended up moving from Highland Park all the way to Ontario, where I am now. And the only reason why I did that, I was with Pastor Augie's church for a while, but then I moved over here, and I got married. Art Blahos married me, and it was a good wedding. And you know, this woman I'm with, she's straight opposite. She's a nurse, and I'm a thug.
She's a Martha Stewart, and Martha Stewart married a thug.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
But the thing is this, I know it's the Lord, but He put us together, and I changed the whole. Everybody tells me that I changed a lot. What I mean by that, I used to get pictures on Facebook. The guys tell me, man, Stretch, you changed a lot, because I never in a million years saw you smile before. And now on Facebook you're smiling all the time. You know, I get compliments, stuff like that.
Wow.
But the one that everybody gets puzzled of all,
this is what I'm waiting for.
they get puzzled, they still go like this, they go, man, no way. When I got married, Mundo was in my wedding. He was one of my best men.
Ain't that something? Mundo, the guy that tried killing him, is now one of his best men in his wedding.
And I got pictures of him in my house.
And they're best friends now.
Yeah, and we're best friends. And, you know, we go all over the place, the book we're in.
Is that forgiveness or what?
And you know what? Sometimes everybody tells me that I can never do that. I can never forget somebody.
I don't know. I don't know if I could, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could.
Yeah, of course. I never thought I could either. But you guys got to understand this. A lot of us can't forgive our family for dumb stuff. And sometimes we don't even know what we're mad at them about.
Yeah.
Like, what am I mad at you for? But I know I'm mad at you, but I can't forgive you. You have to learn how to forgive. Something small you can forgive compared to, I can't use my hand right now. See, when I relax, my hand relaxes too, and it goes down like this. When I take pictures, sometimes I go like this. I go, man, I feel like a gay boy, but I'm not. And when I'm like this, it relaxes because I got everything back on my left side except for my hand. My tongue still goes this way. I still got the pain in my body of the bullets, but yet I forgive this man. So you guys got little arguments with your moms, your dads, your tias, your whatever, and you can't forgive them?
Imagine being in pain, your body's still in pain for something that happened to you years ago, and the guy that caused this pain is right there, one of your best men in your wedding. That is the power of God. That's God. That is, like he said, with God all things are possible. That's what you call divine intervention, guys. Now, and not only that, but this hardcore guy who was feared on the streets and the prison system, who was a very hard person, who basically is like as hard as they come. Now, what are your job now? Tell them what you do now. You're what?
Well, I got this job now that I've been doing almost a year already. I work for a private school, and I bus kids to school. I pick up the kids from Crenshaw and bring them all the way down here to Pipeline. Now,
And why did they hire you for that
Now-
area?
Now you would never think in my life they go Stretch. They need a bus driver. Can you come and do this? I go, I can't. I go, look at me. Who's gonna hire me picking up kids? Who's gonna hire me pick? I go. Are you serious? I go, and then the Chinese lady and another lady, and they go, you're perfect for the job. Can you start today? I said, what?
Wow.
My wife looked at me like, she's like, are you sure you look at the same guy? I ended up doing that job, and you know what? I've been there for almost a year, and I have the seniors that were ready to graduate, but I had to go do the play. I had to go do the play, Blood In, Blood Out, but yet they took pictures and they sent them to me when they were graduating, and they wrote some stuff on this.
Check it out.
Oh, give me a
This is the picture.
Don't go too slow.
No, I know. I just want to make sure everything's working here. Stuff. Yeah, that's the picture, guys.
Show the bottom one, yeah.
You know what I mean? Here.
That's me and my kids.
These are the kids that he drives here. They're graduated.
Yeah.
No.
So these are my kids.
So they had to have somebody look crazy because this part of Crenshaw was real crazy. It's really known for some craziness. So when they saw him, they go, "That's the perfect guy." Because when he went to go pick him up, there was drug dealers. And
Oh yeah, when I went to go pick them up at 6 in the morning, they were doing their drugs and everything else.
Not the kids, the people around there. Yeah.
And the drugs and everything else. So finally, they kind of like gave me the respect, and they don't do that no more when I go pick them up. But you know what? The touchiest thing of my whole life is all the hurt I had in my whole life, and now I go to juvenile halls, talk to the kids, and somehow or another, I'm hooked up with kids. But they wrote this stuff for me that I'm gonna have my brother read.
He wanted me to just to read a couple of them, just to. I go, no, I want to read all of these because they're so powerful. Check it out.
Don't read the names.
I'm not gonna read their names. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, but I read these. Almost
Can I
cried
just
on-
read their first names? Well, I won't say the last. Just their first names. No, okay, not even their first names. Okay.
It's just yeah.
All right.
It's because of this is something personal that
Okay,
they wrote for me,
got it.
and that's why I cried about.
So
it all
let
the
me go
time.
with your first one here. Dear Mr. Anthony, I would like to say you are someone I can trust and talk to about anything. I would like to thank you for being there for me when I needed someone to talk to. You are someone I got close to as time went by. Now I am graduating and I'm going to miss you and the times we had deep conversations. But I promise I will be back to visit you. Can always text me if anything. I want to thank you for talking to us today about yourself and your children. You made me realize that I should appreciate my mom and be more respectful to her. I would like to thank you for always giving me advice when I needed them. I'm going to miss you because I won't be able to see you every day, but I promise I will be back. That's what it says. Mr. Anthony, thank you so much for telling us your story. It makes me feel that I should appreciate life more. Your story is really inspiring to me, and I know I would never forget it. On the bus, it seems so calm, but I never know what you have gone through. Oh, on the bus, you seem so calm, but I never knew what you've gone through. This year has gone really fast, and I wanted to thank you for driving us. I'm going to miss you, and I will promise to send you pictures of how far I've gotten. Thank you again. Dear Anthony, Mr. Anthony, you've been a phenomenal driver and a great person. I will never forget us rocking to 80s music, laugh out loud, Madonna, Michael Jackson, and many others. You have seen my sarcastic and my mad self. I've truly been inspired by your story and life experiences. I've learned so much from you. I will always remember you. Don't ever forget me. Blah, blah, blah. She said her name. Yes. Dear Anthony, Mr. Anthony, every morning, and afternoon, you have done a great job taking us home and to school. It has been an honor to be in your presence. Although I had given you a hard time, just know that in my eyes, you are a legend and a father figure. Thank you so much for everything. Man, this is from kids to one of the hardest cats, you know, I mean, this was a hard man.
All my kids have graduated.
Grew up in the streets of Northeast LA. Those are some crazy streets out there, man. Very dangerous out there. Look at this. Dear Mr. Anthony, I want to thank you for all the times you waited for me at the bus stop. You waited for him?
Yeah, I had to wait for him a lot.
Wow, I really do appreciate everything you have done for us. Your story is inspiring and a learning experience. This is why you should never judge anyone based on appearance. Over the time I have known you, you have been an amazing person who treats all the students with respect and I like your and you treat them like your own children. I will never forget you. I will never forget the memories. She
Big
gave,
money.
and a lot of these people gave them their phone number. These kids gave them their phone number.
Big money.
And yeah, this one's person that he nicknamed her Big Money,
Big
and
money.
she wrote that this is Big Money. So they, and then this one says this is it was a good experience knowing you, and I want to thank you for being our van driver. It was nice for you to share your story with us. It was very emotional knowing the struggles you went through. I am going to miss you, man. I'm reading these and I get choked up, man. It's touching, man. It's really it's really easy to cry to this stuff, but I'm holding back because I got to drink my coffee. So
I cried 100 times reading that.
and this is the reason, guys, that I wanted to share this story with this man here. Now, we left out a lot of details, a lot of stuff about who he was, who he is, who he was part of, what he went through, and all that good stuff, and the where he came from. If you only knew what it was exactly that he came from, you would be blown away, And these are things that we can't talk about, though, because, some things are, what they call that, statute of limitations.
Right.
Statute of limitations don't cover a lot of things, So, we have to be very sensitive about what we discuss. But know this, it was the darkest of places that he came from. And to be a light in the lives of these children who are having struggles at home with their own families, he was wired for a time such as this for these kids because of what he went through. If you remember back as a 12-year-old.
My kids.
And these are his kids. And
I will always miss them.
And 12-year-olds are that is the most vulnerable place for kids, 12 years old, because you're too old for the kids. Now you're too young for the teenagers, so you're alone. You're very lonely during 11 and 12 years old. The other time is when you're like 17, you're ready to go into adulthood, you're leaving your teenage years. That's another time. Check out this last miracle. You remember the son of his that was killed. Was your son murdered?
Yeah,
he was murdered?
Yeah.
His son was murdered while he was in prison doing 9 years. And this is why he hated God and himself, because he blamed himself for being in there. But recently, he got a call. Tell him who you got a call from, brother.
Well, last week, I was on Facebook, and this person got a hold of me and asked me, was I Frankie's dad, my son that got killed's dad? And I kind of ignored it. I didn't want to talk. So it got at me again. So then I called my older son up because this person said that she was his kid. So I called my older son up, and I go, hey, did your brother have another kid? He goes, yeah, he has a little girl. I go, why didn't you tell me? Nobody told me nothing. Because, well, I forgot all about it. She was only 12 years old when they talked to each other. But the thing about this, I got a hold of her, and she called me, and she didn't know nothing about her dad, nothing about her side of the family over here. But I've been talking to her for the last couple of weeks now, and now every night, she goes, good night, Grandpa. It's like, how I put it, the Lord is giving me my son's daughter, the one that got killed. And it hurts. Because I think of my son now more than ever, that I couldn't be there for him. But I hope and I pray that I'll be there for my granddaughter. Thank you.
And he is. And his granddaughter's so happy because she never had a dad, but now she does. But that's God. That's God. I believe it's God rewarding him with his own granddaughter, 17 years old, for blessing these teenagers, these kids, for being an impact in their life, man. That is the possibilities with God. God, with him, everything is possible. This is an example right here. And with that, we leave you with those thoughts. So I want to call this food for thought. You know what I mean? That was our food, and we want to leave you with that thought. God bless you, and have a great day. Thank you very much, brother, for this.
Amen.
Your life is awesome. It's inspiring me. And we two dudes for the streets over here ready to cry, homie. That's not right. We ain't supposed to be crying, eh?
My book should be coming out next year.
Yes. What was the name? Do you have a book name
Yeah,
yet?
I haven't named it
You
yet.
haven't named it yet, guys. But thank you very much. God bless you.
Amen.